Welcome back. We're still in the middle of the battle, and it's video 49. This is the battle against the Spanish in Mexico, if you remember. We've got those musket armed auxiliaries off to the left here that seem to be causing us some trouble. On the right here we've got 2 against 1, so that's a successful part of the battle for us, there's no doubt about it. Yeah. It's a horrible battle. There's rain everywhere. You can hardly see what on earth is going on. There's still artillery that's managing somehow to fire at me from across this town. If you remember, I deployed quite far back, making sure that quite far forward actually, so that he had to come through a town in order to attack me. The idea was that would break up his formations and would be able to get some decent firing against him. If you remember, he managed to fire several times against my infantry unit there on the left, because my infantry unit gave fire away from the ones that were firing at them over to the right, and gave very little fire because they could only see the quarter of them, and no matter how much I advanced them, they still continued to fire at the wrong infantry unit. So these native auxiliaries here, these musket men with longer range, were just shooting away at these chaps and breaking the morale until at the point where I thought I'd better charge them, because I didn't realise what was going on. They then routed. I've moved these men all the way around the side now. There's slightly more than the Indians have got, and I've charged them in with fixed bayonets. I have to have a close look at that. But again, you see, even charged in the flank, these native Americans seem to be pretty damn good, you know. Certainly when they're fighting for the Spanish anyway. We've still got the 2-on-1 on the right hand side, so we're not too worried about that. We've got troops escaping there in the background, can't do a darn thing about that. If you remember, this is just an expeditionary force that's been landed, and we have and basically we've got musketry, we've just got regular infantry over there. The idea was we'd be attacking a fortification of sorts. I sort of sent my attack in a bit early to Mexico, because on the coast of Mexico, because I was a bit worried, you know, with British expansion. I've seen some big armies leaving the English Channel, that the British should be aiming for this target. This is one that I want. I do want Mexico and I want Guatemala, because they are high income areas. I have never played this game as Spain, so I really don't know too much about it, as to which areas are valuable to them, but I imagine Mexico is going to be a fairly big area, to be honest, at this time and in this period. Okay, there they are, the Native American warriors. They've now seen me off again. I've attacked them in the flank with bayonets, yeah, and there's still plenty of them left, and they just seem to be pretty indestructible, I'm afraid. Anyway, I've sent everybody in now. On the right hand side his troops are routing anyway. I'm trying to chase them off just to see if I can catch them. I doubt that I will be able to. Everything else I'm going to pump in towards the centre. We've got his general's cavalry. It's only light cavalry, so it's not as if it's anything special. It's just a cavalry unit that's got his CO with it. So we are going to try and just go in with everything. We've got square formation, but it's no good. I can't stand off and wait for his cavalry to come and attack us, because that infantry, that auxiliary infantry, would just fire at me from a distance. I just don't think that's going to work. Okay, so finally we've got 3 regiments against them, having been attacked in the flank, attacked in the front earlier on in the game as well. Those auxiliaries have finally disappeared, and I can't chase them, so they're going to reappear, which isn't very nice, is it? But there's little or nothing I can do about that, I'm afraid. The Americans at the moment don't really lend themselves to raising cavalry, so I'm stuck with the infantry, and I wanted infantry anyway, because I expected I was going to be attacking a fortification, so you get what you pay for, don't you, really? Anyway, it's all a bit of a mix now. It's just getting infantry to attack the artillery, and also to attack the cavalry that the general's with, in the hope we can inflict as many casualties as we possibly can with our bayonets. And really all you're seeing is a lot of flags here, isn't it? But let's see if we can get a bit closer up there and see what's going on. Just throwing everything in now against that general. Everything's running from the battle now. As you know, I don't like to end the battle automatically, because that will then take further casualties off me and a few more off him and things. And it's just always like to fight a battle to the end, usually because I can chase the enemy off. But on this occasion, I'm not going to be able to chase him off because he is horse, so he is going to get away. Enemy general killed, and there he goes running away. Now I won't auto-resolve this battle, which means that I'll spend ages now waiting for him to disappear from the battlefield, because there's no way I'm ever going to catch him. So I'm going to spare you that, and we'll just phase this bit out now of the battle, and then pull ourselves back to the campaign map and see how it looks. Not brilliant, I'm afraid. We've taken some pretty big hits there. But hey ho, we've still got the port in Mexico, on the main route into Mexico within one turn, so it looks as though it's still our cherry for the picking. Let's hope. Time's going by. I don't know if you've noticed when we look at the campaign the amount of red that's on there, but the British have certainly been very busy in this area. Okay, so that's telling me all the things that have happened. I've got rebellion in Alsace Lorraine there. That's the recruitment chart. We've got, I don't know if you noticed, we've got the naval shore facilities as well. And we've got our theft of the research failing. It takes about 7 turns to recruit this. If you research this if you're going to do it yourself. I've been trying to steal it now for, I think, 3 turns, so we're still doing okay really on that. There you go. Same with the grenades. And now we turn our attention to the rebellion that I told you about at the turn end there, in Alsace Lorraine. Okay, we're in the winter of 1709. Here are my forces. This, the end of this video is just forming up, getting into position. I can't see where the enemy are going to be. I just know that they'll be near that town somewhere. They've got artillery, so they're likely to be this side of the town, so they've got the greater advantage. There's a lot of artillery in this, you'll notice in the lineup, so I don't really want to tackle something like that frontally. I've got alternatives. I can produce a long thin line. I haven't got any skirmishers, they're the best against artillery. Send in your light troops with long range, get them to prepare for artillery fire, so they're very sort of low and crouching down, so they don't take hits, as many hits as regular infantry would, and then shoot them from a distance is by far the best way. On this tactic here, what I'm doing is I'm keeping some troops to the front there, just to make sure he remains engaged, keeps his artillery, because it is horse artillery, facing my way. Well, I say horse driven, it's foot artillery, but it's horse limbered. So if you can see there what's happened, I've put my infantry behind a wall. Well, it's about to be behind a wall. It's within easy distance of running up to a wall there, so that we can get some cover from that. I was looking at the horse there, the terrain, to see that they're behind a hill, so the artillery can't actually hit my horse as well. So I'm not sure how close he's going to be, you see. So, and over on the left I've got the main part of my army. This I intend to be a flanking action. I intend to move all the way up the left flank and then move across into the town from the top side, and then maybe get at his artillery through the buildings where I get a maximum amount of cover, because grape shot from that many guns it could rout 3 units, there's no doubt about it, so I really do have to take that very, very seriously. Okay, so that's us getting into position. On video 50 you should see the action take place.